Yeah, you're able to see my screen, right? Everyone, hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
okay.
can see.
Yeah, thanks for confirmation. Yeah. Okay. So let me introduce myself. Uh, so I'm Rakesh. So I'm having like 11 years of experience in IT, and I'm from last 3.5 years. I'm teaching AWS Cloud with DevOps and with Linux. Okay. So for anyone, sorry. Okay, so everyone, see someone like if you want to start with DevOps first. Okay, so in this course totally what I'm going to cover you is, so I'm going to cover these things. First was Linux. Okay, so first why Linux I told you is, for DevOps, like all the things what we do on servers, mostly like 95% of things we do in generally on Linux machines. So that at the basic stuff, you should know about few things about Linux. So without having any basic things of Linux, you cannot survive in DevOps. If you start with DevOps directly, you cannot understand anything else. Okay. At the same time, I'm not going to tell you like complete Linux, pure Linux. Okay. Until what extent we want, until at what part we want. Okay. We are not going to do something like Linux. Okay, so that part completely first week of my class, I'll start with Linux and okay, so that for the first week, for first like 7 to 8 days, I'll start with Linux. After that, I'll start with AWS. So why with AWS means today the market is not for DevOps, cloud with DevOps. So most of the people, if you put in a resume saying that I know like AWS or from any cloud, maybe Google Cloud or Azure or something else, the first question they ask you is, so do you have any experience with DevOps? In your resume, if you say that I am a DevOps engineer, they'll ask you like, what cloud do you have experience? So for cloud, they need the help of DevOps. For DevOps, they need help of cloud. So the combination, the deadly combination in the market today was Linux with AWS and with DevOps. Total three things. Okay, not on only DevOps. Okay, so coming into DevOps, like okay, coming into AWS then after Linux. So for 1 month we'll have like AWS training. Okay, so completely for solution architect, if I'm like who are in the like in the first stage, okay, they need like some solution architect. Anybody like if you want a certification also, so I'm going to give you like solution architect full course. Okay, once the solution architect full course was completed for a month, so then we'll go for DevOps. Okay, so this is a flow because we cannot go first to DevOps and then to Linux and to then AWS. Okay, we should come in a flow, so that first Linux, then AWS, then DevOps. So coming into DevOps, so then AWS, then coming into DevOps, first we'll talk about Git. Okay, so Git is a source code management which developers, everybody, they store their code, and all the like all their source code and all the repositories, everything else will be there in the Git. So we should maintain Git. So here in Git we had like hardly like 10 to 15 commands. So which command in which situation we have to use and how to use it, if we can know about that, so Git is not a big matter to us. Okay, so for Git at least I'll take like 1 week of time. Okay, 5 to 7 classes we'll have of Git. So after Git, so in DevOps also we cannot go like however you want. Okay, we should go in a proper way. So without Git, you cannot learn like remaining tools which we have in DevOps. Okay, Git is the base for DevOps. So next one is Jenkins. Okay, so next one is Jenkins. So what Jenkins does means it's a CI/CD process. So generally, if you take any project, take example of any project. So how project will be there? So first, the developers, first the management. So somebody will get a thought saying that, so I want to start a project. Okay, I want to start some company and I want to develop so and so thing. I want to put that into a market or something. Take example of anything else. Okay, take example of Facebook, for example. Facebook, well-known social media to us. Okay, so when he got idea, so first of all, they should together and they'll think about that how to make it like market and how to develop the product. So if you want to develop the product, so all the development will have in Git, the source code. The developers will start their development, and all the data they'll put it in this Git, in Git repositories. That should be maintained by DevOps. Okay, everything else, every code, we should make it like secure and should store the data. After that, once the code is completed, okay, once the code is completed, we have to test that code, how the code goes, how the code works, okay, and how to maintain it. Okay, all those things we call as builds. Okay, builds means nothing but group of piece of codes together, combined together and make it as a bundle. Okay, that is called as build. Okay, by using that build, we can deploy the build into the servers. How we do that automation, generally how the automation will be there in Jenkins means somewhere else we have the code. Okay, from yes, somebody asked something. Okay, okay, so how the process, how CI/CD process will go means everything else. If developer want to bring up a server, and if you want to put his code inside that, and if you want to bring up the application, okay, the first one is develop code. Okay, after developing the code, what we have to do, we have to convert the code. Okay, we have to convert the code. Once the code is converted, we need to insert that code into server. Okay, when you insert that code into server, so then only the pages will come up. So you are hitting something like www.facebook.com. How you are getting that particular www.facebook.com? In the behind of that domain name, we had an IP address. For that IP address, we have a server, right? So total conversion, this code, whatever converted code we had, we'll deploy that code into a server. When you deploy into that code, we'll have an IP address, and when you hit that IP address, so then only you will get that application page. Okay, so this is a normal process what everybody will do. So this total thing we have to automate using Jenkins. Using Jenkins, we totally automate these things. How means, generally if you click on a build, okay, just if you click on a build, it should automatically pull the data. Okay, it should automatically pull the data from Git, and it should start doing the build, and then it should automatically insert the data into the server, and it should make the page up. That is the thing what Jenkins will do. It's a small example. Okay, we had like multiple examples what I'll tell you in real time in Jenkins. Okay, multiple examples, not one or two. Okay, so that what Jenkins will do, total all the steps. So daily developer will write their code. Okay, he will test his code. Okay, again he will all the time he should build that into his local, again move the data from his local to the server. Okay, again he should make it up. So lot of nonsense, generally that lot of time waste will have for developers. Instead of that, if you create a CI/CD process in Jenkins and if you give him, okay, just he'll go there and he'll click on a build, and if he sit like ideally for 5 minutes, the build will complete automatically. But previously you should bring the code, you should convert the code, and you should move the code from particular place to the server. So a lot of time waste previously. Okay, so such automations. If you know any manual process, okay, if you know any manual process, that manual process can be automated using Jenkins very easily. Okay, so we'll have like multiple options, multiple real-time scenarios I had with me. Okay, so what are things I'm telling you? So everything I'll show you in practical only. Everything will be like practical. Okay, so that is about Jenkins. So after Jenkins, okay, after Jenkins, we can go for Docker. We can go for Docker. So Docker is a containerization tool. Okay, why generally people use Docker means, a small example or how Docker and what is Docker if you want to know about it. Simple. I created, so if you want to bring up an application, you want to bring up application, you need a server. Same like that, if you want to bring like 10 applications, okay, you need like 10 servers. Instead of that, using a single server Docker, you can bring up 10 applications. Means like you're reducing like 9 servers of cost, right? So that we are using Docker in the market. Small example if you want for your understanding. Okay, very clear. I'll tell you once again. Okay, so I want to build up like 10 applications, so that I need 10 servers. So for example, like if you start using them 10 servers, okay, for each server if they're charging like $10, $100 you're charging 10 applications for an application. Instead of that, using a single server, instead of Docker said that you can bring up like 10 applications. $10 so you are finished your work. So a lot of high availability. Okay? Instead of making your application down, we have a lot of other systems which we have in Docker. Okay, that is about Docker. So next is Kubernetes. Okay, we had some few disadvantages. Okay, those few disadvantages they recover as Kubernetes. Okay, so Kubernetes is next applications and everything else can bring it up very faster. You can scale up applications, anything very easy and very neatly using Docker. So Docker will talk about like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, we'll talk about Docker. Sorry, like yeah, someone asked me something. Did you? I'm not able to hear you. Sorry. Okay, we'll talk later. Okay, no problem. Okay, after that, other two more tools we had in the market, much popular. One is called Ansible. One is called Ansible. What Ansible means? I'll give you a small example. Okay, for example, you had like servers. Okay, it has servers. Some of them somebody told us from from 100 servers.
Your
Okay,
voice is
my voice is breaking. Hello.
yes, sir. Yes.
Still is breaking.
Uh,
Now it's
no.
clear.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Still not. Now it's clear.
It's still breaking.
Okay. Still breaking. 1 second. 1 second. Hello. Able to hear me now? Is clear?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool then. Okay. Okay. So we are talking about Ansible now. So what Ansible do means, so if you want to do like huge task, okay, if you want to like do like huge task means manually, if you want to insert or if you want to install any package, somebody asks you to install a package in 100 servers. So if you want to install those packages in 100 servers, you should have an IP address, you should have a key, you should have a username, and you should log into every server, install it and come out. Again log in, install, come out. So if you want to do the same thing, at least if you take like 2 minutes for a server, okay, for 100 servers means like almost like 3 to 3.5 hours you're spending and you're wasting your time. Instead of that, we can use Ansible playbooks and we can automate the thing very easily. You can automate them very easily. You'll write very small script. The script is also very not tough, very easy. Ansible is very easy. Okay, so you'll write the script and just you'll enter it and you'll sit it. Okay, when you sit it like normally, it will install everything else in all the servers. It will come out and it will show you the result. So how to write that? What's the syntax we have? Okay, what are the real-time options we have? So what things we do in real time? Okay, all those things we'll discuss in Ansible. Okay, so next one is Terraform. Next one is Terraform, very important. So by using Terraform, we can automate any cloud. That may be AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, anything else we can automate very easily using Terraform. Okay, so we'll have like very small syntax kind of thing. Okay, you can write them, and if you click some small enter and if you sit, automatically it will bring up all your infrastructure automatically and with installing of your packages also. For example, if you take example of any infrastructure, any project, you'll have an application, you'll have a database, and say for application we need some code, we need some installation inside the server. For example, okay, for minimum for any server, these are the things what we want. So this all we can automate with a single script, and just if you give an enter, it will automatically bring up your infrastructure automatically in the cloud. You no need to log in and you no need to create the servers. You no need to insert your data. No need to do anything else. It's very easy and very powerful tool was Terraform. So these are all the things that what I am going to cover in my classes. So everything else I'll give you like only real-time scenarios, and I'll give you the materials in real-time things what we give you, and I have prepared my own materials for each and everything else, and I prepared all my interview questions. So I'll provide you all these things once the particular thing was completed. So once Linux completed, I'll give you Linux material with interview questions. So next AWS with AWS material with AWS interview questions and scenarios. If you want few scenarios, I'll give you few scenarios. So like that for each and every topic. Okay, for each and every topic, I'll give you all the scenarios. In real time, what we do, mostly 70 to 80% of things what we do, if you go to any project, these what things I'm telling you, 80% of the things will be covered here only. So that 20% we cannot imagine account the project demands, that will be changed. Okay, but mostly 80% will be the same. What I'm going to tell you. Okay. So anyone, do you want to ask me anything else? Anyone?
Hey, hi. I have one question.
Yeah.
I was just going through this slide. Does it also have Kubernetes?
Yes, Kubernetes. Yes.
Okay.
After Docker, I'll tell you about Kubernetes. I'll tell you EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service.
Yeah. Okay. So we have ECS and EKS both, right?
Yeah, which one you want, you can use that. I'll tell you one thing. So I'll tell you installation of that. After installation, like bringing up the application is same. That may be anything else. That may be AKS Azure. That may be GKS like Google Cloud. Okay, or normal servers, EKS, KX, anything else. If you know the installation, after that bringing up the application is very easy. Same thing. We use the same type of scenarios, same scripts to bring up. Okay, only installation will be like different.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So anybody, anything else you want to ask me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Could you please tell me all the what you will exactly going to teach us in short? Actually, I joined this session lately.
Oh, okay, okay, no worries. So you're able to see on my screen, right? The topics.
Yes.
So these six are like DevOps topics, DevOps tools, which I'm going to cover. Okay. So before you come to here, okay, you should know about Linux. So without that, you cannot do anything else. Okay, without that, you cannot do anything else. So that I'll cover with Linux first. So after Linux was covered, I'll cover with AWS because everything should be like in flow. Okay, first we cannot learn a Terraform because if you want to learn Terraform, you should know about AWS and Linux. If you want to know about Git, okay, if you want to know about Git, you can learn separately. But if you want to do Jenkins, Terraform, Kubernetes, Ansible, anything else, AWS is base. Without AWS, you cannot do anything else. Okay, because everything servers, everything else we do from AWS servers only. So that we should go with AWS. Then I'll go all these tools. Every tool is interlinked to other tool. Okay, so that which tool is important first. So we'll go in that way. Okay.
Uh, okay. So in a Linux, you will going to teach us scripting also, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you about shell scripting. A basic shell scripting. How you want, I'll tell you that. Okay,
Okay.
how to
Okay.
basic shell script and what is for loops, if loops, okay, if else, okay, what was statement, few things like which we want in Linux. Linux command. So like scripting is very easy. Linux scripting, nothing but what commands we execute in Linux, those will write in a file and will execute it. That's all. Okay, once when you start it, you can understand about it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, no
Hello.
worries. So anybody?
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
Kishore.
hear?
Kishore, I'm not able to hear your voice, Kishore.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, you can tell me. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I have a one small doubt regarding the CD code integration.
Yeah.
Generally, when I raise the pull request, then it's been merged. So that time build will be happened, right? So that build will be has to be deployed in assume like Azure Kubernetes service.
Okay.
Okay, so this process, right? This process, so for that we have to do scripting, right?
Yeah, you can use Ansible or else you can use shell scripting for that. Or else in
Okay,
Jenkins, if you want to do something else, that is pipeline, Jenkins pipeline. So that's your wish. So however you want, if you want to use like the Jenkins pipeline, you can use a Jenkins pipeline, or else you can use normal Jenkins jobs to create them. Okay, I'll show you both the things, which is comfortable to you at that time. Okay, you can use that.
okay, and so
And
in
you
this
can use
case,
both
right?
the ways. So
Okay,
yeah, if
in
you are the
this case,
starting stage, yeah.
yeah. Are you gonna to teach the scripting language also, shell scripting?
I'll tell you shell scripting. I'll tell you shell
Okay,
scripting. And in Jenkins, I'll tell you about pipeline structure also. I'll show you the pipeline structure, how we'll do.
okay,
Previously, I told you some structure, right? How to pull the data, how to do the build, okay, and how to deploy that thing automatically in a particular server. So all these things I'll cover there.
yeah. And I
Okay.
guess like yeah, if I'm not wrong, I guess like those pipelines, right? It will in cloud there provided some predefined pipelines, right?
So you see, according to your requirement, if you know something else, if you know any manual stuff that we can automate using Jenkins.
Okay.
Anything else you can automate with Jenkins, but you should know the
Okay.
manual steps that what you're doing.
Okay. 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 Fine. So actually, I'm new to this DevOps. So even I don't know even a single line of statement or everything. So uh, uh,
Yeah.
You need to learn any prerequisite for before starting it.
Yeah, that's what I don't start Linux. So without learning Linux, you cannot go for further. Okay, so that I'm starting with Linux.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
Okay, in the same time, I'm not going to tell you like 100% Linux, how much is needed. Administration part, I'm not going to tell you. So commands, installations, okay, how to take backups, okay, how to check the process. Okay, we had few things which we do in regular in DevOps tasks. Okay, all those topics I'll cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, that's makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, so anybody, anyone?
Rakesh, last question from me. So,
Yeah, please.
what would be the timing of this course and how long would it go, like duration?
So this will take like 2.5 to 3 months with Linux, AWS, and DevOps. Okay, these
Okay.
three will take like minimum of 2.5 months to 3 months, and duration will be from evening 8 to 9. Okay, other batch is running currently for me like 7 to 8. So if that batch completes, I'll move this to 7 to 8 batch, or else 8 to 9 evening. Same time. At what time we started the demo? At same time.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Rakesh, any batch in morning time?
So for Durgasoft, currently I don't have the batch in the morning.
Okay.
Let me ask. Actually, they asked me morning batch also.
Okay. And one more question I wanted to ask about, like AWS, what we are going to learn in this. I think your voice is breaking right now. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I lost my network. Yeah, can you please repeat? Yeah, actually, I lost my internet.
Yeah, about AWS, I was thinking like how much level we are going to learn. Like, can we clear after that like AWS certification or
Yes.
any like practitioner or solution
Yeah, I'm
architect,
going to
anyone?
teach you. I'm going to tell you like solution architect, the first level of AWS.
Mhm.
Okay, if you want a certification, so most of the people they'll prefer solution architect only. So for that, what topics we want, all the topics are covered.
Okay. And are you taking any batches in morning?
Currently, no. Morning, I don't have any batch for Durgasoft. So once talk to them, I had a slot already. Okay, if you can talk to them, they can have a batch so that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Anyhow, after
Thank
this
you.
class, anyhow, they'll call you. So when they give your feedback, okay, according to that, we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
So Rakesh, what in case if they miss any class, then is there any recorded session for this?
Every class will be recorded, and there are paid by the like from Durgasoft people only. Okay, they will
So
only.
in case if they miss any class, so we can go through the recording, right?
Yes, definitely. Everything will be recorded, every class, because without
Okay.
recording, you cannot practice DevOps. Okay. So anybody, anything else?
So Rakesh, when is this is this continuing now? Like the class will start from tomorrow, like the same time, or
Yeah, so actually, I need to start from tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to Tirupati tomorrow evening. So from Friday, we'll have like continuous. From Friday.
Okay.
From Friday, we don't have any other schedules. Okay, we'll continue from Friday daily.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So if you want a break, you can take it on Saturday and Sunday. We'll do it on weekends. If you guys are okay on weekends also, I'm happy to tell you. Okay.
I'm fine with weekends, but yeah, whenever we start, Friday should be.
Yeah. So let's discuss when we start with Linux. Let's discuss about all these things. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So anybody, anything else? Any other doubts or something? No? Hey, Arif, we are talking something.
Yeah. The certification for Docker and Jenkins. I mean, what that certification name?
So no need of certificate. So are you from India or like from any abroad?
Yeah. I'm from Andhra, India.
Then like say, waste of money to you and to me. So here nobody is taking care of any certifications. If you are in out of India, maybe US, UK, Canada, anywhere, if you don't know something also, if you have certification, you are a professional there. But here, if you have certification also, or at least like previously they used to consider certification means they used to consider like for interview, like to schedule you like in the first place. But now nobody is taking care of those. Because waste of our money.
Okay. Actually, our company, they are providing some reimbursement external certification. So that's
Anything
why.
else, if they are going to give you free of see, when you clear it, then they'll give you free of cost. At least waste of doing at least doing waste of attempting the thing. And the certification also will not be like 5 years or 10 years. Okay, hardly 2 years.
Okay.
AWS also 2 years only. So till now I wrote like 6 times. Till now I wrote 6 times. 4 times like 2 times professional and 4 times a solution architect. So waste like I don't know why I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So anybody, anything else? No. Shall we end then for today? Okay. So from tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I won't be there. Okay, I'll be traveling. From Friday, I'll be available. Okay, we'll do it from Friday regularly. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Then yeah. Thanks. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Rakesh.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rakesh.
Bye, guys.
Have a happy journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.